Now feel the joy and success. Well, it ain't got no choice but to follow. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Greetings, beautiful spirits. Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Charlotte, and Charlotte on the web is just my attempt to really talk about spirituality. That's all I'm doing. Just talk about the principles and the ideals and kind of the things that I've learned as it relates to spirituality. And so today we're going to talk about, I do my, this card was under my butt. Anyways, today we're going to talk about this card. I do these Teachings of Abraham Hicks, Law of Attraction cards. You can order it. The link to order these cards is in my description box, so feel free to use that. And so I just do these different cards. And today's card says, to the degree I am happy, I am successful. Okay, so this is the card. It's really cool card. And it's pretty, just a pretty card. Anyways, I'm gonna read the back of it to you. And as always, glasses. Okay. The back of the card says this: whether it's a trophy, money, relationships, or things, the achievement of anything that you desire must be considered success. But if you will let your standard of success be your achievement of joy, check that out. But if you will let your standards of success be your achievement of joy, guess what, family? Everything else will then fall easily into place. Because for in the finding of joy, you are finding vibrational alignment with the resources of the universe. Y'all better hear that. Listen to that. For in the finding of joy, you are finding vibrational alignment with the resources of the universe. Woo! This is a powerful card. So what I love about this card is that I think we have this tendency, and this is exactly what the card is saying. It's like we have this tendency to think that success is when, we have our money, we have our house, we have our car, we have our relationships, and we have things, whether it be, power, influence, notoriety, fame. And so, one of the things that I've come to understand about this card is that, like, all those things are success. Don't get me wrong. Like, no one's saying that's not successful, and no one's saying that you can't continue to think of that as success. However, let's just break it down. Let's just be for real. There are a lot of people that have all that stuff and they are not happy at all, right? And I'm wondering, like, if you have all, you have fame, you have money, you have a house that you want, you're driving a car of your dreams, and you're not happy, what is that really saying? And really, I think what it's saying is that you can have these, what I call external things, right? And they can bring some degree of happiness, but really it's the internal degree of happiness that's really going to bring you the real joy that you want, right? Because things are temporary, but joy is everlasting. And so one of the things I was thinking about this, and I was saying to myself, well then, Charlotte, how do we use joy for success? And one of the things that I've learned is that the more you focus on being grateful and being appreciative, the more you increase the vibrational alignment with spirit, number one, and number two, the closer you get to connecting to your truth and being on purpose. Because this is what I understand about this concept of being more in alignment with joy, is that it will open you up. So maybe you're not even successful at all. You could, as this card says, let your standard of success be the achievement of joy. And guess what will happen? Everything else will fall into place. A lot of us are like, we got a little of this and we got a little of that, but we're not really happy. But maybe what can happen is we could just take a moment. Let me talk about me. I could take a moment to just you know what? Instead of feeling like these things are going to make me happy, let me get about the business of being happy, right? Being happy. Being happy from the inside. Because from the inside, happy is going to mean that I'm loving myself. I'm appreciating everything that is going on around me, in me, through me. I am grateful. I tell people, like, if you're in a moment and you just don't understand how to get next to joy, take a moment and pause. Take a moment and pause. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. Look that breath. If you cannot manifest some gratitude for the fact that there is air going into your lungs and coming out and that you are in the land of the living, then I don't know how else to show you how to be grateful and how to really get closer to joy. Because that is the most joyful moment you could ever have. You could not be breathing right now. You could not be in the land of the living. And not to say that when you're not in the land of the living, there's no joy there. But I'm saying that we came into this physical existence to be creative and to create joy in our lives. And so therefore, one of the ways that we can really kind of step out of the kind of external physical mayhem and madness is to kind of go back in and realize, like, ooh, yes, I am alive. Yes. And there is joy in that. And like being in that moment of joy, I just firmly believe this, and I've seen this manifest in my life over and over again. The moment I'm just grateful for something as simple as the breath, Spirit brings so much into my understanding, brings manifest things that I desire. And there is a place in that joyful understanding that I am alive and that it is good to be alive, that I am able to allow so much to happen for me. So I want to say this about this card. Last thing I'm going to say about this card, because, man, I just want to say this, that I think we all struggle with this idea of success. And then I think a lot of spiritual teachers and other folks will say, well, there's different degrees of success. Maybe success to you means that you can pay your bills on time. And maybe success means that you get the car of your dreams. Or maybe success means you got the job that you've always wanted. Or maybe success means X, Y, and Z. But I contend that, look, we are physical as well as non-physical beings. And so the essence of who and what we are, right? Our vibrational essence, energy, spirit, soul, whatever we want to call it, that also has purpose. And we can be more on purpose when we are in alignment with the vibrational energy of joy, the joy of the non-physical, the joy of our soul. And what happens is when we are able to be present for that, when we are able to be grounded in that, we can utilize that to manifest in the physical world, right? Because our thoughts, our actions, like I say in almost every video, that it has power. But a lot of times we are ineffective because we have not done the work of the internal work, the self-love work, the just being appreciative work, the gratitude work, the simply just recognizing, wow, there is joy in the fact that I am taking air into my lungs and my lungs are working to keep me alive. Whew. There is so much peace in just thinking about something as simple as that. And how when you're, we talk about this notion of reaching for a better feeling thought. A better feeling thought could be like, I'm alive. I'm alive. And when you're there, when you're in that kind of peaceful resolve, Spirit has so much opportunity to work with us, right? And we also are in a space of allowing. We're no longer resistant. We're no longer like, I don't know if it's going to happen, and I can't believe this is going on, and blah, 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 blah. But we're like, look, there is something so magnificent, something so great in this moment because I am alive and I am all right. Now, my body may be raggedy. And my mind might be a little raggedy too. Tell the truth. And but my spirit is all powerful, right? My mind, my spirit is all powerful. I am alive. And in so understanding that that have infinite possibilities for the future, infinite possibilities for any moment. And so, family, yeah, I just want to say to you, to the degree you are happy, you are successful, that things don't necessarily make you happy and things don't necessarily make you successful. But if you kind of envelop, right, and add on and allow joy, the real experience, presence, and feeling of joy to be the way you measure success, everything else will follow. All right, family, tell me about how you are going to integrate the feeling of joy, right? How are you going to bring more joy into your life so that you can manifest all of your desires, so that you can allow spirit to move and make miracles for you? Because really, it is in the joy that constitutes your real spiritual, your real success, because that's what you came here for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you got a little something out of it, and I look forward to sharing with you more of my thoughts about spirituality. Understand that this ain't meant to be no monologue. I'm not preaching at you, but this is a space for discussion. So please, pretty please, with sugar on top, leave your text or video comments below, because I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I'll see you next time, wishing you nothing but peace, prosperity, and a whole bunch of love. Take care now, beautiful spirits. I love you, and